Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. It's been probably a week since I've released a video, and that's kind of rare. Usually I do 2 a week, but there's a good reason for it. I had to go to Vegas to visit our friend that had that major 3-system install. Well, now he's got 4 systems. So that video is coming, got lots of music clips so you can appreciate the rooms, especially the room with the Wilson Max is now elevated to one of my top rooms ever for an in-room system. And I think you'll be able to hear some of that through the video that I shot, and I'll share some thoughts and reasons why and things that may, extrapolate and help you as well. Now, what I'm going to show today, though, is another part of the trip that we did to Vegas was to visit another gentleman who bought some B&W 802 D3s from 3MA. And I know what you're going to say when you see this video. Definitely screams bachelor pad. This guy is a retired, great guy, fabulous guy, one of my favorite guys I've met doing these trips, and fun guy, and definitely a bachelor, definitely all Vegas. And one of the things you'll notice right away is he's somewhat of a videophile. You've got more TVs per square foot than any place I've ever been in before, including sports bars. It is amazing. And then, of course, he's got the style of a bachelor in Vegas, and great location in Vegas, too. So I think you'll like the house. Now, from an audiophile perspective, this is why I'm sharing it, because the great thing about this guy is he put in a lot of effort to get great equipment 12 years ago, took advice from people on what equipment to buy, and he bought good gear, Lexicon, Krell, and legacy B&W stuff. But what he realized is that everybody has to go through this hobby realizes at some point. Just buying the equipment alone doesn't get you to nirvana. It gets you obviously part of the way there. But as he was learning this weekend, because we ended up bringing him over to the other gentleman's house who has the Wilson, the B&W Nautilus, the Mega systems that are set up a little more ideally for 2-channel listening. And he was just floored. And one thing that I see in the hobby, I want to get across, especially on my channel, is that I'm not into all this pissing contest that a lot of people like to do. What's best, this, that, and the other. You know, what it's really about for me is sharing things that help people get through the learning curve faster. And what's great about this guy is he had great self-awareness. Once he heard these other systems, he's like, you know what? I need to dedicate more time. I've got the gear, and that's what we told him. You got great gear. We just need to dedicate some time to setting it up optimally, getting the performance that now you've had exposure to. And that's something that a lot of people, they just like to insult people online. But a lot of people don't have the experience of hearing tons of different systems, going to different shows, going to other people's houses like I have the experience over 20, 25, 30 years, being in this hobby for so long and doing all these things, to hear the delta of what is possible with all of these systems. And as soon as he was able to hear a properly set up system with, equally good gear, that really gave him some self-awareness. And, it's about helping these people out, not like poo-pooing and getting a pissing contest and trying to say, you're smarter or whatever. We all have to go through that learning curve. So nobody comes in day one to be an audiophile as an expert. And even though I've got a lot of experience and probably have more knowledge than most people and experience listening to different equipment than 99% of people, I'm still learning things too. And I picked up some things that I will share with you on this trip that helped me advance my level of understanding. So I'm showing this. We're not going to do audio clips in his house, but I want to show you his house. It's a cool guy. Show you the equipment, some of the legacy stuff he has, and then I'll come back in subsequent videos with the addition of that 4th system in the guy's house. Remember, he's got also McLaren, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Porsche GT. So we got some fun stuff to show you, and of course we're in Vegas, so I may throw in some of that as well. And then I'll show you some music clips on top of that. Tons of other stuff is coming down the pike too. I'm going to be filming as well this week at 3MA. So stay tuned, sign up, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you back here soon.
So the only way you can pass through, get a real preamp. Yeah. Get a real preamp. That's the first thing I would do. What do you think, Jason?
Well, do you ever listen to music here only?
Only he's trying to get to stereo right now.
But you need the processor though for the 3 HDMI's for the TV. So he's going to need to keep that with a home theater.
Yeah, with a home theater.
I'm watching a lot of TV and I do a lot of Netflix.
Yeah.
So what the preamp does is it'll have a specific input that is assigned to the home theater. But whenever you switch over to the home theater,
so
switch it to that.
really good gear. We just need to get it all coordinated and synced and set up good.
The Lexicon's supposed to use also. Technology is like
correct.
So it's not.
I mean, the Lexicon or whatever.
Tons of AudioQuest cables.
You want a good stereo preamp.
And then there's another room in here. Quite impressive, especially if you're a video file. Lots of TVs. Remotes galore. So the challenge here is getting consultation on setting this up a little better with the gear. He's got great gear. Just making sure we can get the sound.
Just show how people will choose different spots and not necessarily for.
Yeah, so one of the unfortunate things, the way it's set up now, which we're going to help him with, is that the way these are set up, this is his listening position, but there's a couple of things that can be improved. That, number one, these chairs are much higher than the tweeter level, so it'll throw off the tonal balance, especially with most point source speakers that don't have good vertical dispersion, or even if they do have good vertical dispersion, if you're so far up above, like I'm sitting here, you won't get the balance that you would like optimally. So, you know, getting to a better seating height and setting all this up better, part of the challenge. It's accumulated quite a bit of cables over the years. For the reasons like cables, probably haven't seen Terra Labs component cables in a long time. Mostly Terra Labs, I believe. What are these down here?
Those are the Terra Labs.
More Terra Labs.
Yes,
yeah. Beautiful house. All windows, golf course, gym. Can't get much better in Vegas. Beautiful day.
And then your speaker, you can.
An old Sunfire.
Well, I didn't know it. They make a 98.
Not being used right now. Can I show you an old Krell?
Oh, yeah.
So at the time he bought this, this was all state-of-the-art Lexicon, Krell stuff. Still probably sounds good. As had these things recapped, as well as the Lexicons recapped, but a little bit limited in terms of HDMI. You don't see this every day. A beautiful bathroom. So, one of the best master bathrooms I've seen in terms of just uniqueness.
It's so hard to get those boxes now. Nobody has them.
Really gorgeous.
The only issue with these speakers right here is this right here.
You know, always inside the house, temperature control.
So some of these are coming back on trade.
No smoking.
Definitely a B&W fan.
Oh, we just have to make something up. But the shop, we have those foam that you can mold it into the speakers. So
Yeah, so one of the challenges of shipping nowadays, and especially if people don't have the original boxes, you have to kind of create your own do-it-yourself foam. Even back orders on, if you wanted to buy the original boxes, most of them are back orders.
So handle this whiteboard at work. So we don't need